what we want to do now is look at subnetting and IP addressing. Okay? First thing I've got to look at is IP addresses. We're looking at version 4, not version 6. We're going to do a version 4 in here. So that's where your big concern is. It's going to be made up of addresses have got 4 octets in them. So that you're looking at an address typically of 4 octets to it. So that's going to fit to your addresses of 192.168.3.1 or whatever. Now, from within that, and that was the way they originally designed it, in each of these octets, it is 1 byte of information. So you've got 8 bits. The number there can range from 0 in obviously all 4 octets to an entire 8 full byte of 8 bits turned on. If we got those 8 bits turned on, what is our number in decimal if that's what we've got right there? We're going to do it's a binary number, so we're going to do our column values. So the 1s, 2s, 4s, 8s, 16s, 32s, 64s, and 128s. We're going to add up all of those because they all got a 1 in them. If they had a 0 in them, we wouldn't count them. Okay? If you remember back to your binary. So if we add those numbers all together, 128 and 64 is 192, 224, 240, 248, 252, 254, 255. So we get a value of 255. So that means each one of these octets can have a value between 0 and 255. Does everybody follow on that? Now, there's 2 numbers are going to have a significance in there that we're going to not use. Well, we're going to use them, but we're going to use them for special purposes. An octet, well, if the host portion is all 0s or all 1s, then it has a special meaning. So if the host portion, and we'll come back and talk about host and networks in a minute. If it's all 0s, then we're saying that it is a network address. If the host portion is all 1s, and this is binary, then what that is a broadcast. Okay? Now, which way do you want to go with this? If we're looking at this address, it's got 2 parts to it. That's what I just led you into on all that. The first portion of it's going to be the network address. The second portion of it's going to be the host address. The network address portion is the same for every machine on your network. And if you got your network broken down into smaller parts, which we're going to call subnetting, every machine on that subnet is all going to have the same network portion. But each machine has its own host portion. Every machine on the network has to have a different host number. But they all have to have the same network number. Now, if we assigned the host portion is all 1s, we've said this message goes to every host on our network. We put the network, correct, but we're putting all 1 binary 1s for the host. We're saying it goes to everybody on our network. Now think back to what we just said about ARP, or when we talked about DHCP.